would share with you some new things that I have been using or things that I am newly obsessed with going into the year. So this is like my first favorites video of the year, obviously. Okay. I will be though doing a 2022 favorites video, so like my 2022 holy grail products, whether it's clothes, accessories, household items, you know, whatever. I'm still compiling the list, but that will be up on my second channel. I'm actually filming it tomorrow. I would love to have it up on my second channel tomorrow, so maybe the same day that this goes up, or maybe before, I don't know, but either way I will have the link down below to my second channel. I'm trying to use my second channel more this year. It's one of my New Year's resolutions. I guess it's just sometimes I get like self-conscious because I don't know what kind of content to put over there, but I was trying to tell myself it doesn't always have to be a vlog or something fancy. Just sit down and turn on the camera like you do with your ASMR videos, but make it non-ASMR, you know? So, that'll be my first video of the year over on my second channel, which is just Samantha Taylor. And yes, the link will be down below. I've really been into ring sounds lately. I just watched Haley Jean's ASMR's video of her favorite and least favorite books of 2022, I think. Anyway, she had rings on it, and I heard the sound, and I was like, oh, I like that. Anyway, so yes, I have a little list. I will say my list of Holy Grail 2022 products is longer. But I feel like that goes without saying because that's a whole year, and this is just my like current new favorites. But yeah, let's just get started. So I'm going to start with things that I do not have physically in front of me. And there's quite a few of those actually, but I'll spread them out throughout the video. But we'll start with like 2 or 3 that I don't have physically in front of me. So I recently just read, it was the week in between Christmas and New Year, and a little bit into January. I read 2 books. Now, if you are on TikTok, more specifically BookTok, or really just anywhere on the internet, you may know that there has been this like crazy new obsession with Colleen Hoover. She is not a new author. I had never heard of her before personally, but all of a sudden everyone was talking about, you know, you have to read her books, and she just came out with a new one like a month or 2 ago, and everyone was talking about it, and I was like, sure, what have I got to lose? So I was reading e-versions of them, which is why I don't have them physically in front of me. I don't know, I am not a person that rereads books, so I feel bad having physical copies of them, me personally. No shade to anyone who has physical copies. Like, I like reading physical copies instead of e-versions, but it's like after I read it once, it's just gonna sit there. Granted, yes, I can donate them, but to spend $15 on a new book, read it, maybe I won't even like it, and then it'll just sit there. Just for me personally, is not where my priorities are financially. So I stick with e-versions, and usually they're cheaper anyway. So I read this series, and the first one is It Ends With Us, and then the new one is It Starts With Us. And so let me read you the synopsis, and then I will tell you my thoughts. But it is on my favorites list because I guess it just wasn't what I was expecting to read. So let me read you the synopsis. It says, Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life that she wants. She's come a long way from the small town where she grew up. She graduated from named Ryle Kincaid. Sorry. Everything in Lily's life seems too good to be true. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, maybe even a little arrogant. He is also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily. And the way he looks in Scrubs certainly doesn't hurt. Lily can't get him out of her head, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing, even as Lily finds herself becoming the exception to his no dating rule. She can't help but wonder what made him that way in the first place. As questions about our new relationship overwhelm her, so do her thoughts of 𝓢𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪, her first love and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. And that's the basic gist. I'm not going to read you the synopsis of the second one because, it might have spoilers. Well, it will have spoilers, so I'm not going to read it. But what I will say is that I went into reading these books thinking it's just going to be another young adult romance, maybe a little cheesy. And parts of it certainly were cheesy, more so maybe in the second book, but I thought it was going to be that stereotypical storyline of like they meet, head over heels, there's a fight, climax, then they get together and again and live happily ever after, blah blah blah. That's not what I got. This, especially the first one, the book had a lot of real life elements that happen in some relationships. I don't want to spoil it for you because really I had no idea what was coming, and I was reading it and I swear to you, like I literally audibly said out loud, I was like, whoa, which never happens to me really when I read and I'm just like, okay, usually. Maybe I'm not reading the right books. But I was like, wow, was not expecting that, and it's like real raw emotion, and it's very like, I don't want to say it's too realistic, but it has realistic elements, and it has elements of how ugly life and relationships can be and how real people work through those things. And I loved the main character. I loved how strong she was in so many different ways. That's all I'll say about the characters. Her best friend in the novel loved her as well. I won't say too much about the guys because anything I say will give plot elements away. But I just was pleasantly surprised. And when I say pleasantly surprised, please keep in mind, like I want to put an actual, I should have said this when I first started talking about the book, I would like to put a little trigger warning if there are certain aspects or certain things. I don't want to spoil it, but I also want to put a trigger warning if there are certain things and topics that are very sensitive for you, especially when it comes to relationships and toxic relationships. Proceed with caution. Maybe if you're curious, like look up a spoiler and then you can that's up to you. You can decide if you want to read it or not. If you want to know like what kind of trigger warning I'm trying to put out there, but definitely proceed with caution there. But it ended in a great way. There were definitely parts during the first book where I had to take a second and be like, whoa, I need a break. But the second final book left off in a good way. Like I was like, oh, okay. And now I'm curious to read other Colleen Hoover books. Like I said, those were my first books that I ever read from her. I don't really know much about her or her style of writing other than those two books. If there are certain Colleen Hoover books that you have read that you recommend, please let me know down below, because I would like to look into them. But those were the first two that I wanted to talk about. And while we're on the subject of entertainment, my current favorite show, I'm watching a couple things right now, but like my show that I'm like working through right now is New Girl. I absolutely love it. I 𝓢𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪 just brings me so much joy. I will talk more about it in my next What I've Been Watching video. There are 7 seasons, so it's gonna take me a little bit to get through it. I am going to finish season 2 today. I think I only have 2 more episodes left. And then just 5 more seasons. I'm trying to work through it because I want it to be done. But I will say Jess does annoy me. She is not the best part of the show for me at all. It's really just the 3 guys that make the show for me, and if I'm having a bad day or I'm feeling anxious or whatever, I know that I can put on an episode and it'll make me laugh, and if it doesn't make me laugh, then I at least know I feel like they're keeping me company, you know, and it just lifts my spirits. It's just such a good, feel-good show. It's sitcom-y, so the episodes are 20-23 minutes, so you could go through it very quickly. But as far as like entertainment, books, and TV shows and stuff, New Girl is definitely one of my favorites right now. And then last thing on entertainment, while we're on the subject, I wanted to share with you a favorite new routine of mine that I have been incorporating into my life. I enjoy social media. That's not a secret. I have Instagram, a personal Snapchat, I have TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, not all the things. I just deactivated my Twitter the other day, but like, I enjoy social media. With that being said, I do think I was consuming too much of it, and so I started this almost 2 weeks ago, a week and a half now, where I do not go on social media until after 12 p.m. So after noon. I usually get up around like 9:30, 10-ish. Sometimes 10:30, depends on the day, depends on what I have to do that day. Keep in mind, I work evenings, I'm not a lazy bum. I go to bed late, so I wake up later. Anyway, but honestly, even if you sleep until 10:30, do it. I shouldn't have said lazy bum. You're not a lazy bum, just do it. Anyway, so there are a couple hours there between 12 where I don't need to be on social media. Social media does not need to be the first thing that I consume when I open my eyes. And that's what I would do. And my thing is I hate notifications. And in the beginning, it was very hard for me to wake up and have 3 Snapchat notifications and 2 Facebook notifications and 1 Instagram and blah, 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 blah. But now I've learned to just leave it. That stuff is not going anywhere. The stories and posts that people put on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, it's not going anywhere. When you open the app, you will still see it. I just needed to limit my consumption, and also social media is so toxic. It really is. I try to stay on the good sides of social media, but no matter how you look at it, social media is toxic, and I don't need to cloud my brain and my mind, because my mind is very sensitive and subjectable. Is that the word? You know what I mean? It can be very sensitive, and I just don't need that, especially first thing in the morning. So it's been nice. I will allow myself to check emails once I've gotten up and stuff, because emails are different. Emails just like work, YouTube stuff, emailing brands and whatever. But the other stuff can wait. So that's something that I've been doing. So that's a new favorite, like, part of my routine. Okay, let's get into some of the physical things, shall we? So the first thing is another, like, TikTok made me buy it thing, but I've had my eye on it for a while. It's been on my Amazon cart for a while. I know I just said, as I'm limiting my social media content, here's what TikTok made me buy. But this has been in my Amazon cart for a while. It was only $9, and so what it is it's a hair wax stick. The brand is SNTE. I don't know how I would pronounce that, but it says moisturizing and styling, that only a small amount is needed and hair becomes soft and shiny. So essentially what it is, it's for slicked back looks. So if I had my hair in a bun or a ponytail, and I don't want any flyaways. It's waxy, and so I would push the wax up from the bottom and just go along my ponytail and just slick it back, and it really does slick all of your little hairs back. I have these annoying little baby hairs kind of that are like behind my ears kind of, or like on top of my ears, and they're too short to be in a ponytail or whatever, and they love to just fall down. And so I've been using this for like the last week, and girl, and it just stays. But the thing that amazed me about this is that I don't want to tap because I know some people don't like tapping. I'm trying to even it out. The thing that surprised me about this was that it doesn't make your hair like greasy like I thought it would. I put this on the other day. I did like a half up, half down little ponytail, and I used it. And then when I came home, I wanted to take the ponytail out because it was kind of tight, and I was thinking like, all right, I'm gonna have to put it in like a messy bun or whatever because my hair is like shot now. And it really wasn't greasy. It maybe isn't as clean as fresh washed hair, but it's not greasy. It just holds it in place, but not in a greasy, sticky way. It's just like a really, really thin wax. I really like it. I think I already put it in my Amazon storefront, but if I didn't, then I will. Like I said, it was only $9. You get a decent amount. I mean, this is a decent amount of wax right here. So if you like slicked back buns, ponytails, whatever, and you want to just put the flyaways down without using hairspray — I don't like hairspray if I'm being honest with you — this is your way to go. And they have a couple different brands and like types of this, but this is the one that I've used, the only one I've used so far, and I really like it. Next are these hoops. Now these are not new to me, but I never wore them in public. I only wore them in videos, and then I don't know, I just for some reason was like, not embarrassed, but I don't know, I just never wore them in public. On camera they don't look that big, but they're decent size, I guess, and I was just second guessing myself and being like, no, that's not you, like don't wear that. And recently I was like, why? And I wore them for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yes, I'm feeling this, and now I love them. I wore them in a video like 2 videos ago or something on this channel. Maybe you recognize them now. They are the same exact ones as the ones that I'm wearing right now, just a different size. These are the 3.5 millimeter, I believe. I don't remember what these are. These will be in my 2022 Holy Grail favorites video. They are the same brand. The brand is Pavoi, Pavoi. I really like their products. They have such like dainty gold jewelry that never tarnishes. So inexpensive, it's ridiculous. Like so inexpensive that you're like, what's the catch? You know? Never had them tarnish. They don't hurt my ears, and sometimes I have sensitive ears, and I love them, and I will be wearing these more. See, they don't even look big on camera, but like in person, I swear they do, and they're chunky. So maybe that's why I was I don't know, dumb. Now I love them. These are definitely already on my Amazon storefront, I know that. You may just see like these, but if you go to this, like you'll find the bigger size. I think they come in 3 sizes. I want to say there's one smaller than this. These are like everyday. Well, we're not gonna talk about those because that's gonna be in the other video. So, but yeah, they're the same ones. You probably see me wear them a lot. The next one I won't talk about too much. This was in my TikTok Made Me Buy a video, and I was like, I'm gonna have to give it a chance and like see. It's really nice. It's the Makeup Revolution Bright Light Highlighter. So if you remember from that video, I said that I got one that was like too light for me, so I still put on blush, and then I put this on as just a pure highlighter. I had to learn how to use it. At first first I thought that you could just go with the sponge and like not touch it. That was dumb of me, because it was like splotchy and just not blended. So now I'll do like 1, 2, 3, and then very quickly with my finger dab it in, and it looks really, really nice. I put a little bit on the tip of my nose. I really like it. I still want to use one with a little bit more color, but for now, love this thing. And I think that is everything. Like I said, I will have way more products on my second channel for my 2022 Holy Grails products video. I already started